Welcome, everyone, to the Commentary Podcast. I am your host, Pat Brennan.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another weekly news recap. I am your host, Pat Brennan. With me, as always, my co-host, Tony Mikel. Tony, how are you?
Happy holidays, man. How's your holiday week been?
It's good. I don't know what day it is right now, but it's
Yeah, I feel like that's how it always is. Did you get some Thanksgiving food?
yeah, I had some a little bit ago again for some breakfast.
That's the best. That's awesome. Love
What
it.
about you?
Yeah, it's been a good Thanksgiving break, I'd say.
Nice.
Catching up on all the films. Yeah.
Perfect. I guess that leads us right into the new releases this weekend.
I
And
think so.
first up, we have Stranger Things Season 5 Part 1 officially dropped on Netflix this past Wednesday. And I know you've seen 2 episodes. Thoughts so far?
You've also seen 2 episodes. We watched them
I know.
together. Yeah, I don't know. I was actually going to talk to you about this thing. There's this like theory that okay, this is like a whole thing. So you remember in like the first episode, whenever the like Demogorgon is like following Will and he like kidnaps
Hmm.
him, but the door unlocks.
Mm.
So people are like speculating that like 11 was part of like Will's kidnapping and like that's where like part
Oh.
5 is gonna go and like they're gonna like not trust her anymore after like finding that information. It's just a theory. It made me kind of like lock in more. Like with those first
Hmm.
2 episodes that we saw, it's okay. I mean, we
Hmm.
haven't seen the rest of it yet, but we'll check it out. But it's like 50-50. I don't know. Have you seen anybody like react to Stranger Things Part 5 yet?
Um, I haven't seen too much. I feel like people are kind of just waiting until the whole season is dropped to like probably assess everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Christmas episodes aren't those going to be like they're not Christmas themed, but when they drop on Christmas, they're not.
Yeah, the Christmas special.
Are they going to be
Um,
like an hour and a half each, like 2 hours each, those episodes?
yeah.
So it's like there's still so much story to tell.
Also, well, like you were kind of pointing this out when we were watching them. You can kind of tell that these guys are getting older, and some of them are a little
Hmm.
bit more polished than the others, and that's kind of starting to bleed over into the show as well.
Hmm.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think I mentioned to you, I was telling you, I was like, dude, I don't like care about them in high school anymore, man. Like, I
I
just like don't
don't
care
like.
about these
Why are they
scenes.
going to
Like,
school? Like Vecna is out there,
yeah, I'm like,
and
dude,
then
you know what we did for
also,
4 seasons? Like, why do I got to go back to school after that?
yeah. Also, where is Sadie Sink?
Seriously, 2 episodes in, she was in one scene.
We're
Where
just
is
both
Sadie Sink?
guys, we're just both texting each other. Where is Sadie Sink?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how, I guess, this part one wraps up. I'm
Yeah,
sure there's going to be a cliffhanger. I think the episode's like an hour and a half. I'm sure there's a cliffhanger. And
I'll be honest, I was a little apprehensive at first, like whenever it came to like, oh, they're rolling this out like Thanksgiving and Christmas and the New Year. It feels cool to have like a couple episodes to watch, for the
hmm.
holiday whenever you're not doing something and just throw it on. Also, like
Hmm.
the rewatch value, I'm sure there's stuff like Easter eggs and all that in there that you can like go back and listen to. But yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, Stranger Things, I can't believe they're wrapping it up.
So it's been almost a decade. I think the first season came out in
Yeah,
2016.
yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure some people
They're
have already rewatched this part one like 3 times. People that are like obsessed with Stranger
I
Things.
always like seeing whenever a franchise or like a project has like a diehard like fandom. I think that's like
Hmm.
I think it's cool whenever people are loyal to something and being loyal to something for over a decade, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I'm sure they probably lost some people. And I'm sure some people saw that Stranger Things season 5 part one dropped. They're like, oh, that show's still on. Had no idea that show was
Hmm.
still on.
It's
But it
okay.
probably got everybody to rewatch the whole show. Curious to see
Yeah.
how this part one wraps up, and then we'll have Christmas to see, and then New Year's see the finale. I don't know what to say about Stranger Things. It's been, like you said, kind of 50-50. It's been decent.
Mm.
Nothing like standoutish yet, but
Yeah.
we'll see. So that brings us to the next release this week, and it is Hamnet, coming from Focus Features, and is directed by Chloe Zhao, starring Jesse Buckley, Paul Mescal, Emily Watson, Joe Alwyn, Jacoby Jupe, and Noah Jupe. Tony, are you excited for Hamnet?
Pat. Yes, I am. Yeah, Spielberg produced film. Come on. He looks really proud of this film. He's been on a bunch of carpets recently with the cast, and I thought that was cool.
Hmm.
The whole crew and like the energy, they have like a little glow right now. It looks like they had a lot of fun, with a serious film.
Hmm.
Of course, female director Chloe Zhao, who's well known for like Eternals and Nomadland, The Rider, songs My Brother Taught Me, I think. I think
I
that's
think
the
so,
one.
yeah.
This is already getting a lot of critics going and going
Hmm.
into like this film was really important for me this year. I really needed this. I'm interested to see it. I don't need a lot whenever it comes to like seeing Paul Mescal and in a Spielberg produced film. You?
Yeah, I'm really excited. The trailer, I think it's a pretty damn good trailer. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
No, you
I
could.
think the music in it is in the movie, I think. I think Max Richter
Yeah.
did the music, so.
I think you can feel like the weight and the emotion in
Hmm.
the trailer. It looks like a special film. I mean, I have here like that I'm excited for Paul Mescal. I still need to watch After Sun, but
Mm.
he is in All of Us Strangers, which is like one of my all-time favorite performances. Like
Hmm.
that film is a great film to catch Paul Mescal in. But and Jessie Buckley, what's like a highlight
She
film she's been in? Or
coming
like a
out,
highlight performance?
she's in The Bride coming out, the new Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh,
She's
that's
playing the bride
her?
of Frank. That's her. Yeah.
Really? Okay,
That's
cool.
her. I
Hardly
think
recognizable.
she's in a movie called Wild Rose where she played like in Singer. She was the lead in Men, the Alex Garland's Men.
That's
She was
probably
the
where
lead
I've
in
seen her from.
and I'm thinking of Ending Things that was on Netflix. She was in.
Both of them look like they have really good chemistry. They've done like a lot of interviews and like stuff for like socials and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And they both talk about how like they want to do more Shakespeare projects. And they're both
Hmm.
like, I'm free. But
Yeah.
and then Jesse Buckley makes a joke that Paul Mescal isn't free because he has to go be a Beatle.
Oh yeah.
She's like, you have to go be a Beatle first and then we can go do stuff.
Yeah, he's
But
got to film what, like three a year of that because they're making four movies, so he's got to be in like other movies of that. Like
that's
that's
crazy. That's
crazy.
gonna be crazy to break down. But yeah, I'm excited for Hamnet as well.
I think it's gonna be a big awards contender. I think we've talked about it on here. Chloe Zhao obviously has already won Best Director for Nomadland and Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think this is gonna be a big play. I think Jesse Buckley very well could win Academy Award for Best Actress. Paul Mescal is probably gonna get nominated again. It's gonna be a long staying film in the award season, I think, this year. So
All the
really
ingredients are
excited to check it
there.
out.
I
Hmm.
mean, it looks like it was poised for this exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
we talked about it last week where, these films right now are really, really wanting to be considered for awards, and
Hmm.
we talked about a little bit off of the episodes, but how these films are talked about right after.
Hmm. This is true. I feel like some people would always say like, "Oh, they watched that trailer like this is Oscar bait," and you're like, I mean, they're not making this movie to be like, I can't wait to win three Academy Awards for this. Like, no one's
Yeah, no.
saying that on set.
Golly.
So yeah, Hamnet, it's probably gonna be great. I think we're both planning on trying to see it next week. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see. I
Going
think
to
it's
the
going to be
movies.
good. So that brings us to the next release this week, and that is a big release, and that is Zootopia 2, coming from Disney. It is directed by Jared Bush and Byron Howard, which I assume directed the first one. Starring Jennifer Goodwin, Jason Bateman, Ke Huy Quan, Andy Samberg, Shakira, Idris Elba, Patrick Waterburn, Quinta Brunson, and David Strathairn. Tony, stacked cast. How did you feel about the first Zootopia?
Pat. Definitely stacked cast. Do you think that is just a ploy to get people to watch this film? To watch this one? I like the first Utopia, but
That
do you
Zootopia is
think that
great.
all of these characters have meaty roles in this?
Yeah, I don't know, like, cause I feel like some of these, like Quinta Brunson, she like her, I feel like her character might only be in like one scene, but it's Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary.
Yeah,
You gotta push it.
yeah,
You gotta push it.
yeah. No, yeah, I enjoyed the first Utopia. I think everybody did enjoy the first
Hmm.
Utopia. I mean, that box office looks insane.
Yeah, and I
Absolutely
mean,
insane.
the first movie. What did the first movie do box office wise? I mean, this one is
While you're,
also getting like
yeah.
really good reviews, which is
Mhm.
to me was a little bit.
While you're looking that up, I will just like kind of map out for our listeners. This is like the first child programming film in a minute for this year, for
Mhm.
2025. I mean, it's familiar IP, of course. Like It's gonna do well, and it's just kind of gonna drive in the nail, like in the coffin for Disney, I think, to focus on familiar IP and take less of a chance
Hmm.
on original storytelling. This is a Disney
Yeah.
animated film. This isn't Pixar. This Zootopia 2 feels very familiar to people. They're like, oh heck yeah, best believe I'm gonna go to the theater to watch Zootopia 2,
Hmm.
and kind of be like on the fence about Elio, and then like the Beavers
Yeah.
movie that's coming out.
Which we talked about the last episode. The first
Yeah.
Zootopia made $1.025 billion. So, and it won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature.
Yeah.
This one is tracking that same route. Like you said,
Yeah.
it's the only like kids family movie that just
Were
was
you
released.
were you telling me earlier this week that it's gonna be playing during Avatar season, like Avatar
Oh,
time?
I'm sure it's going to be playing until like January or February. I think if they really can see what the box office is now, there's
Yeah.
no other. I mean, you had Wicked come out, but then you have this come out. There's
Yeah.
nothing really after this that is like a family
That's what
thing
I'm saying.
for a
I think
long
that
time.
while we're talking about this film, we're both discovering that this is like 2025's family Christmas movie.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I mean, even today, like we're recording this on Black Friday. Like, I'm sure that there's like a family out there that has like 10 people in from like Minnesota visiting them to be like, oh yeah, we should go watch Zootopia too. And there you go. You just fucking contributed to the box office and you're gonna help this film soar. They're definitely gonna make a third one. I mean, it looks
Oh yeah.
fun. I was kind of poking a little bit at like the voice actors having like equal like amounts of like roles and speaking parts. But no, I mean they're hamming this up to be a really, really good success. And I think that's great. It looks like the antagonist sort of is seen as the snake character, Ke Kwan's
Hmm.
character. I was gonna tell you about a funny story about that, about why I don't know if I could watch this film. So growing up, this is crazy. It's some Tony lore. Growing up, I had a snake when I was in middle school. Have I
Oh
ever told you
wow,
this?
really?
Yeah.
No.
No, I haven't
You
told you
never
this
told me
before.
this.
Okay. No,
No.
I had a little like ball python. It's like it was a boy because it was small,
Hmm.
and his name was Mr. Bojangles. I'm
I
dropping a
love
lot
it.
of lore about myself right now. But no, Mr. Bojangles, I had to give him back to the pet store whenever I graduated high school.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, because my parents were telling me they're like, we're not gonna take care of your snake while you're in college. So it's
Oh.
like, I have to like figure out what to do with Mr. Bojangles. So every time I see a fucking snake now, I think about Mr. Bojangles, and it's so fucking sad, bro.
Maybe this will be perfect for you. Maybe
Yeah, oh yeah.
maybe Zootopia 2 is right up your alley. They knew.
Maybe they made Zootopia 2 for me.
For Mr. Bojangles. That's who they made it for.
Dude, I don't know why I'm named it Mr.
I
Bojangles.
love it. I
But he's
love
a
it.
cool snake. Yeah, I had him for like what, like 6 years. Yeah, it's had him for 6 years. The reason that I bring that up is because there seems to be a sort of universal message in these animated films that the adults can laugh at the jokes, right? There's a lot
Hmm.
of like animal jokes and like
Yeah.
some Disney Easter egg references that make sense for adults, but also it's really entertaining for kids. And
Hmm.
people can knock Disney all they want. It's so cool to hate Disney right now. Like, oh, if you hate Disney, you're awesome. You're gonna trend.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
those movies are still gonna make money. You can make as many
Exactly.
TikToks and as many tweets as you want about hating Disney, but at the end of the day, there's gonna be a family that is enjoying that film and making a memory with their kid.
Yeah, it's probably gonna make $1 billion and probably win the Academy Award. Best animated feature again.
Yep.
That's Disney. Disney knows how to do stuff. Sometimes
Yeah.
they don't, but the majority of the time they do.
I'm imagining Iger being like, checkmate, bitch.
Only animated film this holiday season. I fucking
Success is
nail.
cool to watch. Yes, exactly.
So yeah, Zootopia 2 already making a shit ton of money, getting good reviews. Gonna be a hit. It's gonna play
It's a
for a
hit,
while.
Pat.
So that brings us to another release this week, and that is Eternity, coming from A24. It is directed by David Frine, is that how you say his last name? David Frine. Miles Teller, Elizabeth Olsen, Callum Turner, John Early, Olga Medeiros, and Divine Joy Randolph.
Nice. You included all the people that I was excited to see out of this. That Callum Turner's Dua Lipa's husband, right?
Fiance, yeah. Going to be married soon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, that's cool.
That's what I call him now. I call him Dua Lipa's fiance. I don't call him Callum Turner.
You're a mess, man. I'm pretty sure this is the debut feature of this director, yeah?
I believe so.
I think I just saw a couple shorts before, but how cool is it that his directorial debut has like three plus Hollywood actors in it, like with some good recognition, like Miles Teller, Elizabeth Olsen, Callum Turner, or I should say
Hmm.
Dua Lipa's fiance.
Yeah,
Um,
it looked like he made a really small indie film, but this is obviously like his big, huge thing. So
see,
some people would just
that's
like say this is like kind of a debut in a sense where it's like this is
yeah.
him really going out.
What a dream debut experience. I mean,
Hmm.
we don't know what this film looks like yet because we haven't seen it, but that seems like a cool way to, get out of the gate for sure. First of all, Lizzie, I mean, so happy to see Elizabeth Olsen returning to her indie film roots. I mean,
Hmm.
I haven't seen a lot of reviews for this. I've seen a lot of praise for it on the Instagram film page for
Hmm.
the movie, but I think the premise is really cool. Looks like a love triangle. I think I'm probably gonna make an effort to go check this one out. I mean, it's A24 and Elizabeth Olsen. I mean, those two things
Hmm.
alone, like it's just like I said, the story sounds cool. Figuring out who you want to
Hmm.
spend forever with. Sometimes you need a good cheesy rom-com or dark rom-com. I
Dark,
don't know
yeah.
if it's gonna be but what do you think?
I know. I really liked the idea of the plot of the story where it's like we don't know what happens when we die. So like, I don't know. Could be I go to this place and it looks like it's a check into a hotel lobby and I'm supposed to be like, choosing the eternity forever person that I'm gonna be with, or it's just black screen and there's nothing there.
A black screen. You're looking at a
Nothing there.
black screen. You're looking at your OLED TV, black screen.
But
No,
this the premise did remind me of I think I mentioned it to you. There's a film called A Matter of Life and Death by Powell and
mhm.
Pressburger,
Yeah, you made me
and
put it on my watch list. You held a gun to my head and made me put it
I
on my watch
did.
list.
I was like, you heard it here first. I said, you put it on there, goddamn. But it's loosely kind of the same idea, which intrigued me, and that's why I was kind of like, yeah, I'm surprised there hasn't been that many more like afterlife kind of stories being
Mm.
told, especially lately. But I guess kind of some people are like, oh, it just you're dead now, so it's like what to be happy about. But it's like I think that's the whole point. It's like even after you pass on, like you still can leave a lasting like impact on something.
I like the way that you're talking about it kind of reminds me of like Beetlejuice. It's making me
Yeah,
see
kind of.
eternity in a different way. Like the movie,
Maybe
not
this is a
actual eternity.
Beetlejuice. Maybe this is a Beetlejuice sequel, and we don't know. And he appears.
Well, I mean, if you notice in the trailer, it kind of has like a TVA look. I mean, where these guys are going. That's what I wanted to hit on the most. That it does have like that TVA like set
Like very like
vibe.
70s kind of look, 70s,
Yeah,
80s
very
kind of look. Yeah.
retro. Oh, it's so funny how we see that as like a timeless era.
Hmm.
And a lot of people reference that as like being like, oh, like things were like quilted and orange and real boxy looking or something like that. But people should go see movies regardless of what letterbox reviews say. Like
Hmm.
go form your own decision, you
Exactly.
know?
That's what I always say. 'Cause I think there has been some people on Letterboxd that are like very meh with this, but it's an interesting premise. Like you said, I think everyone should go out and see movies themselves and form their own opinion and not look at Letterboxd and Rotten Tomatoes to justify watching something. So yeah,
Yeah, because who knows? You might be taken away by Elizabeth Olsen's
mm,
performance and fall in love with
you
her
might
like
give
I
it
have.
you might give it 5 stars, and
Yeah.
someone's gonna give it 1 star. That's the beauty of cinema. You love it, they don't.
What? Art is subjective? Pat, this is crazy.
Dude, it's not on this podcast.
So that brings us to our final trailer. And buddy, I have a gripe. So guys, we have like a shared doc. It's like our film news board that we like throw ideas on. And this guy, our host, Pat Brennan, literally just wrote Olivia Holt. No film, no distributor. It's just Olivia Holt. But what we're talking about today is Jingle Bell Heist, released this week on Thanksgiving, or wait, was it Wednesday?
I think it was Wednesday, yeah, the day before. It was Thanksgiving, I
Wednesday.
think.
I'm chopping this up for Pat right now because I want to ask you, Pat, how does life feel right now with a brand new, hot and
You
fresh Olivia
know,
Holt film?
you know, you know my love for Olivia Holt.
She's probably listening to
I'm
this
the
right now, and that's how you started
shit.
it.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, definitely deleting this podcast. No, I've been waiting for this movie for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Then when I saw
When
that,
was it announced?
I think it was announced in like September, I think. And then I was like, oh, I didn't realize it was, I think it was like untitled at that time. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I had no idea it was a Netflix film. No idea it was a Christmas movie. I thought it was just like a heist movie or something. I didn't realize it was a Netflix, like in that genre of Netflix kind of like cheesy holiday stuff that they've kind of been doing
Mhm.
a lot lately.
Yeah.
When we watched it, it seemed a lot more like not kind of that, not like that. Like if there's a Minka Kelly one out right now that you watch, you're like, that's a very Lifetime Hallmark kind of vibe. This one didn't seem like that at all. It seemed like I'm wondering if Netflix just bought it and it originally wasn't a Netflix original. And maybe
Mhm.
when they were filming it, they sent it out to distributors of who was going to pick it up, and Netflix
Yeah.
picked it up. And I'm very happy
Honestly,
that they did.
I mean, and then this week our film news feels like a little bit different because we've caught some of these guys. But
Hmm.
yeah, we Pat and I watched this one a couple days ago, and wow, like it's not the film that you think it is. It is not a
Hmm.
Netflix screwball like rom-com. It's the holidays. Let's put "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" at the end and call it a day. Let's talk about Olivia Holt for a minute. I haven't watched something that was, presented to me as like a new release in a while and been like, whoa, this actor knows exactly what she's doing when the camera's
Hmm.
rolling. This film did not feel like a Netflix thing. Like I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know how I'm trying to explain it. I guess I should just like kind of like go into my notes. With Olivia Holt, like that true Hollywood dream story is always gonna like attract me to like watch anything that she's doing because I'm like naturally rooting for her. I mean, she
Hmm.
started singing and acting at 3 years old, moved her entire family over to LA so they could support her to pursue her film dreams. It's just so
Hmm.
inspiring to look up to. I feel like that's what everybody who wants to work in the industry is, wants that to happen for them.
Yeah.
And she's like right here in front of us, like living it out.
Hmm.
It's just an inspiring story. And then, I mean, I watched Hard Eyes and Totally Killer. I still need to see Turkey Drop.
You haven't seen the
But
Thanksgiving film Turkey Drop?
no, I
Which
have. God, okay, now I'm, are we fighting now? I'll
No,
watch fucking
I get
Turkey
what
Trap,
you're
okay?
I get what you're saying though. It's like because I feel like a lot of these actors, like even like Elizabeth Olsen, like her sisters were Mary-Kate and Ashley. Like she had like that sort of connection into Hollywood.
Hmm.
And you have someone like Olivia Holt that just got up and moved and auditioned for a Disney Channel show and got it. Like,
Yes, thank
and
you. That's what I'm saying.
that's just how it starts. And then some actors and always just they'll like do that when they were like 13, and then that's all they ever did. Like a show ended when they were 16, and they went back home and finished school, went to college, and do something else with their life. But she stuck with it. Keeps going, and as she goes along now, she had Hard Eyes, which was a theatrical release. I think that was her first ever like theatrical release,
Which is
and now
in
she's.
it's a great debut. Like
Hmm.
I mean, she's like technically a final girl. I mean, she's in an established like, horror film. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, like it didn't perform as well or, this or that, but like she gets to like say that she co-starred with Mason Gooding in a horror
Hmm.
film and I didn't mind it. It wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
I think going back to what you were saying earlier, like about like I think I was telling you too, I was like, she just knows how to deliver like a line. She's not like
Yes.
searching for a line.
Yes.
She knows how to do it. And I can
Mm-hmm.
always tell actors that are like that person is trying to remember what their lines are, and the other person is
Mm.
just naturally like in the scene. And she's naturally in the scene. And I think she should be a way bigger star than she is. I know she had does have kind of have like a cult Cruel Summer following, and they're bringing back season 3, and I think she's coming back for it and producing
Mm-hmm.
it. So she is kind of getting like bigger and having Hard Eyes, and then Totally Killer was on Amazon, and then now you have this, and then she's rumored to also be, I don't know if it's a rumor, but people really want her to play Britney Spears in a biopic, and Olivia Holt can sing, so I would see it.
Like I think it was around Halloween. She posted on her Instagram story
Oh yeah.
with the Britney Spears
Hmm.
sound in the back.
It's like I feel like whenever people ask her, she never like denies it. She just like sits there, just like okay.
I mean, I'd be interested in seeing it too. Obviously, you're already there.
Oh yeah,
You're a
I'm
for sure
the theater.
lock.
The employees are telling me to leave, but I'm already sad.
We support you, Olivia Holt, and we can't wait to see what your next projects are.
But yeah,
And hey,
Jingle
if you
Bell
want to
Heist.
watch a movie with us,
We could watch Jingle Bell Heist.
we can watch Jingle Bell Heist and talk about how great you were in that. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. The way that she delivers a line and the way that she actually looks at the person that she's talking to in front of her, you can
Hmm.
always tell. I mean, I don't know, Michael King, he blew my mind with like how you can tell like if an actor is like truly within the moment is present by them not
Hmm.
blinking or, just like eye contact, picking an eye. I think that she has the talent.
She has the talent. I've been
She
saying
has
it
the
for a long
talent.
time. She's got the talent.
You flip over your table.
God. But
Oh
yeah, that's
man.
Jingle Bell Heist. It's now on Netflix now. We
Yeah.
both recommend it. It was a pretty solid watch. It's
Four
good stuff.
stars. 4 stars on Letterboxd.
So that brings us to the trailers of the week. There actually wasn't that many trailers this week. Thanksgiving week, sometimes things just aren't dropped. So not a lot of people are online, but we're online.
We are.
So the first trailer was Dead Man's Wire. It's coming from Row K Entertainment. It's directed by Gus Van Sant. Sorry, Bill Skarsgård, Decray Montgomery, Carrie Ellis, Mahala. How do you say her name? Mahala?
Mahalo.
Mahala? Sorry if we're completely butchering her name. And then Coleman Domingo and Al Pacino. Tony, what did you think of this trailer?
It's a good looking trailer. Yeah?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's a good looking trailer.
It's Gus Van
Uh,
Sant.
yeah, so this is based on a true story. There's actual footage of this guy walking behind the dude with
Oh,
a
really?
gun. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I think they mixed it into this film. Bill Skarsgård and Dacre Montgomery, they are
Mm,
like insanely hot. There's no way that they look exactly like these guys
yeah.
that were in this story. You got Coleman Domingo as well, and Al fucking Pacino. This looks like an interesting one. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I don't know much about the true life story, but whenever they were
Hmm.
making this, it snowed exactly like it did while this like true event was
Oh,
happening.
wow.
So they were able to kind of recreate a lot of those,
Hmm.
those recordings of people, like the news footage,
Oh,
and
wow.
kind of recreate it the same exact way as. Well, I mean, you have Bill Skarsgård and Dr. Montgomery,
Hmm.
doing it, but I think that it was cool how Mother Nature acted in cinema's favor and kind of
Yeah.
gave them
It was helping them out.
yeah, it was helping them out for sure. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Gus Van Sant's last film was. I feel like he hasn't made a movie in a while. And this cast is great. Bill Skarsgård obviously playing Pennywise right now, once again on It, Welcome to Derry.
We
I
watch
don't
a lot
really,
of shows, guys.
I don't really remember Al Pacino in the trailer, but I just saw that he was in the cast. I mean, this cast is great. Coleman Domingo is always great. I think this was supposed to come out at the end of this year, but got pushed to next year. I don't like I know Roke. I've never really heard of Roke Entertainment, so this is a very indie release. I mean, I don't really know much about the story either, like you were saying, but I mean,
Hmm.
trailer looked good.
Yeah.
Very interesting like premise. I mean, obviously it's a real thing, but yeah, I mean, Gus Van Sant, I'm there. I'm sad.
Yeah. Dacre Montgomery from Stranger Things. I love how the Stranger Things cast is kind of
Hmm.
like sprinkling into projects that we're talking about. There's, I think, one or two more as we go down the film news list. Great trailer. I'm intrigued. It comes out when?
I think it comes out in February or
Yeah,
January.
February sounds right. I think
Yeah, I think
February
it's
is right.
around that time. I think yeah, it's probably going to be a very limited release. I feel like it's going to be a quick VOD
Yeah, what a great time to be
drop.
a Coleman Domingo fan. He's given his
Yeah,
fans.
he's in a lot. I mean, he was only in Wicked for what, about 45 seconds, but
That's a trigger
hey,
word for me right now.
love me some Coleman
Yeah,
Domingo.
good for
Love
them,
me some
man.
Coleman Domingo. So yeah, Dead Man's Wire. We're both excited. Gus Van Sant. So that brings us to the next trailer that was released this week, and it is How to Make a Killing, coming from A24. It is directed by John Patton Ford, starring Glenn Powell, Margaret Qualley, Ed Harris, Topher Grace, and Jessica Henwick. Tony, did you also kind of get Ready or Not vibes from this?
I did. I especially from the house. The
Mm-hmm.
house, dude. The house
Yeah.
was like what sold me on it. You know what? We always have that moment. This is the moment right here. God damn it. We are so fucking best friends. I thought the same. Well, no, I thought the same exact thing during the trailer. I was just like,
Hmm.
this is kind of it's interesting. I have a couple friends that like know how much I'm like obsessed with Margaret Qualley, and they both sent me the trailer, and they're like, "It's your girl, it's your girl," and I'm like, "Yeah, that is my girl, guys." I think this caught everybody by surprise, right?
Yeah, I think we
That
talked
this is
about
kind of
it the
rolling out.
last episode. They
Mhm.
kind of just like dropped that news, and I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't know they even made this movie. Like, what is this
yeah.
movie?
I mean, everybody that's outside of Jessica, is it Henwick, right? Jessica Henwick.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, and then Margaret Qualley and Glenn Powell. It definitely feels you can kind of get a sense for where the film's going. You're like, oh, he's gonna kill
hmm
all of them to earn the fortune. And my thing, it could be like a budget thing. I would have sprinkled in like one or two, not cameo like characters or something like that, but something that counts. Like, oh shit, Glenn Powell killed Coleman Domingo, for example. Like
hmm
that would have been like crazy to see. Like I don't know. I see where this film is going, and I want it to do well and everything. I felt like during the trailer that cast of like the rich and famous family or whatever wanted it to feel heavier. You?
Yeah. I mean, I guess kind of the same. When I watched the trailer, like I said, we like both got that this is like a ready or not kind of vibe. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just interesting to see like how big of a star Glenn Powell is becoming. Like I know
Mm.
Running Man didn't do that well at the box office, but I mean it's
Yeah.
still a lead role. And then he has this right away. Margaret Qualley's getting bigger. Ed Harris is one of the best actors of all time. Trevor Grace is just always that 70 shit of me. And Jessica Henwick. Jessica Henwick was in Game of Thrones. Like that was her first role. She played one of the sisters, I think, in Game of Thrones.
Oh
Like
yeah.
from the Sand Sisters, I think that's what they were called. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a fun time. I think you're going to get what you get from this. It's just going to be kind of like a comedy slasher horror, and I don't think it's like a
Yeah.
horror, but like kind of like a comedy type of vibe, like Ready or Not was, where it's just kind of like these people are dying, but you're laughing when they're dying, which is like kind of weird thing to
Yeah.
say.
No, I get it. I mean we haven't watched it yet, but is Knives Out like the same way? Kind of like that kind of thing?
Yeah, Knives Out kind of has like that same vibe where you're laughing in it because these people are just so ridiculous. Like it's just insane, but
Yeah.
like it's like that same kind of feeling. Like you like watch the trailer, like I kind of like this vibe of this, like just the way it looks. Like I like the vibe of what's going on here.
Yeah.
That's How to Make a Killing coming from A24. I think that's also a February release next year, at the end of February next year.
We think
So
How to Make a Killing is gonna make a killing.
yeah, I think it will. It's gonna
Did
make a
you like that one?
huge killing. Yeah.
Me
I'm
trying to
gonna
like get validation. Were you proud of
Are
that?
you proud of that? That was a good one, right? It just points me.
That was a good one, right? 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 Oh
uh,
shoot.
and that brings us to the third trailer that was released this week, and that is Goat, coming from Sony Pictures Animation. It is directed by Tyree Dillehay, starring Caleb McLaughlin, Gabrielle Union, and Nick Kroll, Nicola Coughlan, David Harbour, Steph Curry, Patton Oswalt, Aaron Pierre, and Jennifer Hudson. Once again, animated film, huge cast.
Produced by Steph Curry as well.
Yeah. He was in like
Yeah.
the intro of the also, how do you feel about when you're about to watch a trailer and there's a 3 second thing where it says trailer starts now showing clips from what you're about to watch? How
It's
do you feel
like
about that?
trailer starts in three,
Yeah.
two, one, and then like there's like one of the like random like little animation characters like running past and like
Yeah, it's like I know,
ah.
that's why I clicked on the trailer. That's
No,
why.
yeah. I'm always like, what the heck are we doing here? No, this trailer knew exactly what it was doing, setting up that from the same studio that brought you K-pop
Mhm.
Demon Hunters and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. They knew what
Yep.
they're doing with that for sure. Yeah, it's good to see the Stranger Things cast kind of being sprinkled
Yeah.
into industry
See more
stuff.
here. See
Yeah,
more here.
kind of the same vibe as Zootopia, like a underdog getting his moment kind of thing,
hmm
like the bunny of this film. What do you think?
I think I wanted to put this on here because it's interesting to see that Sony Pictures Animation has kind of found what they want their animation style to be now. It's not like 2D, but it looks 2D, and then they drop frame rates to make it look very choppy. So
Yes.
it's like they're kind of getting their signature animation style, and I think their vibe used to be like like the Emoji Movie looked. I think they did that.
Uh-huh.
Like it kind of was like a Disney Illumination look.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of these animation studios, they kind of have to separate themselves. Like Illumination has a look, Disney has a look, and
Mm-hmm.
if you're Sony, now you had the Spider-Verse movies, which are massive hits, K-pop Demon Hunters, huge hit. And I think they're saying, like, I think we found our type of animation style where we can drop frame rates to make it look like you're almost watching like a comic in a way too. Drop the frame rates, create your own visual style. So now it's we can put that Sony Pictures animation logo up. People know what they're gonna get. And it looks like a very straightforward coming of age animated film. Kid just wants to be considered the GOAT, and he is a GOAT. So coming from
Yeah.
Steph Curry. So it's just like
Yeah.
it looks. I just wanted to put it on here too. I just wanted to
No, I'm
just
glad you put it
talk
on
about
here.
that, like
Of
that
course,
Sony
the
Pictures
Of
animation
course, the
style.
goat trailer is going to be the one where we like actually cook. I mean, you bring up some like really good points here. Disney has had both of their hands on the neck of fantasy storytelling for years. You knew what you were in for with the Disney movie, with the animation, how it looks, what the story's going for. If it's going to be more
Hmm.
for girls than it is for boys, if it's too message heavy, that's what I was going
Okay,
for.
yeah. Mm.
So yes, and this trailer, we haven't seen the film yet, but this trailer has already defied some of those stereotypes when it comes to like families choosing to go see animated films with their kiddos. I personally love this is just kind of like a personal gripe that I've been seeing lately, as of late, with some animation films. And I'm not calling any specific one out. I just like that this one is for like young boys. I felt like Disney has kind of catered to a specific like gender in each of their stories. Or young boys going to the movies, or like a movie being told about them bad. Like I just like that Sony's taken an opportunity to put something out there that's for young boys, and it's Steph Curry. I mean, it could be like a feel good film. It could pop out and
Mm.
stand out, and it's just like you said. I like that Sony is making their signature. It's like they're almost putting their stamp out there. Like,
Yeah.
hey industry, this is what our films look like. This is our animation, and we could still tell stories with it, even though it's not your typical animation.
Polished look.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
your
like a typical
typical
polished look.
polished look, and I
Hmm.
like that. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah. No, I feel the same, and I think it like especially like basketball, like a lot of people, young boys can relate to playing basketball. So
Hmm.
it could do well. And I think this is also a February release, and I think this might be again the next family thing past Utopia. Like I don't know. Is this the only movie that's coming out in that time frame of 4 months? And sometimes when that happens, these movies do very well because in parents' minds, they'll say there's nothing else out for my kid. So I'm gonna go take him to GOAT. They'll watch the movie and be like, actually, that was pretty good. I kind of liked that. I like the way it looked. And it's interesting just to see how Sony is now establishing itself in that
Yeah,
animation field when they kind of were just like a back burner, like no one really cared. So I guess Sony makes animated movies. Like I think they did
yeah.
like
I mean,
Smurfs too. So it's
I
like
uh I have faith in Sony Pictures Animation. Do you think Netflix will try to obtain this?
I think it is getting a theatrical release, I think.
I don't
Or am
think
I wrong?
Netflix has anything to do with it. I'm asking in the sense of like, do you think Netflix will try to put it on there?
I think with the success of
K-pop
K-pop
Demon
Demon
Hunters?
Hunters, I think Sony is now going to be less likely to sell to Netflix, I would say.
Hmm.
I mean, you never know. Netflix could want this, and K-pop Demon Hunters did really well on their platform, so maybe they give it to Netflix again, and it skyrockets and takes off. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I was going with that. I was trying
So
to
yeah,
lead you
I
down
guess.
that.
Thanks for taking me
What?
there.
It's so silly today.
So yeah, that is GOAT. A lot of February releases on the docket here. And speaking of, we have one more February release next year. Teaser came out. The Strangers Chapter 3. It is coming from Lionsgate, is directed by Rennie Harlan and starring Madeline Petch. She is making the return for the third one. Did you see? I think we talked about this. You haven't seen these part one, have you?
No, I haven't seen this trilogy that came out of the
Hmm.
Strangers franchise. But we did talk about how this Riverdale cast is kind of working and busy right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm never gonna knock people who are working. Like this is
Mm.
great. I know that they're not the most beloved in the horror, like
Hmm.
in the horror community. But I mean, you've seen them, so you can talk a little bit more about them for sure.
I've seen the first one. Yeah, I would say it's not very good. And it's no doc to her. I thought she was the best part of the movie, and I think
Hmm.
when they announced these movies that they filmed them all at once and it'd be three chapters released over. I think originally it was supposed to be over the span of a year, but I think because the first one didn't do well at all,
Hmm.
like financially and critically, I think they
Hmm.
kind of pushed the second one, because I think the second one was supposed to come out a few months later, and the third one was supposed to come out in the summer last year.
They filmed them
Um,
consecutively, right?
I think they
I'm
filmed
just
it all at
like,
once.
I'm already like kind of prepping myself for like all of the comments that are like, who keeps making these stranger
Yeah.
films? Like,
Oh
guys,
yeah.
they already filmed it. They have like a whole rolling out plan. You realize
Yeah.
that people have a box office calendar, right? These studios have box office calendars. There's films being planned for 2027 and 2028. And it's not that nobody's asking for them, it's just this was their plan to put out a trilogy
Yep.
for people who are a fan of strangers.
It's either they put it out or they bury it and lose all their money. So
Yeah.
I didn't see chapter two. I heard chapter two is a little better than the first one, but it's still not like the greatest movie.
I
But
heard it
I think
has Halloween 2 vibes, like the original Halloween 2.
original Halloween too.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said earlier about like the Riverdale
Hmm.
cast, and it's great to see like them. A lot of that cast, especially the main four, I think of like Madeline Petch, Lily Reinhart, KJ Apa, and Camila Mendez. Like they're working. They're in a lot of stuff. And Madeline, she just signed on to another like Amazon kind of rom-com. She was in one that came out this year. Like again, people could watch them and say these movies aren't very good, but these actors are getting work. And I
Yeah.
thought that they were always good actors. They were just on a TV show that just went off the rails and was insane. But I think Lily Reinhart was talking about that as in, I don't dock Riverdale at all because that's what got me the jobs I have now. Like the scripts were a little ridiculous in the end, but I'm still working because of that show and I'm forever grateful for it. And I'm sure Madeline Petch says the same thing. Like I wouldn't be in Strangers Chapter 3 if it wasn't for Riverdale. The
Hmm.
success of that.
That's how you know when you have someone good that's on your that's working for your show or working for your film whenever they don't knock what put them there, you know?
Hmm.
And there's this like trend in this actor from Riverdale's and this theatrical release of this film. Like I'm not gonna watch that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, stop being so pretentious and, like,
Yeah.
give it a chance. Because, like, I mean, that actor worked really hard to get there. I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm just kind of being a Grinch, but, like, it's Madeline Pesh being in this Strangers trilogy isn't going to dictate whether or not I watch it or not. I'm going to watch it if I want to watch it, you know? Let's not use people's beginnings to like dictate whether or not you see them in something else, like because we're always growing, and just like these actors like have been growing since they were on Riverdale. There's been so
It's been
much
10
time
years, I think,
since,
at
yeah, so
least.
much time
Yeah.
between then and now. And yeah, I mean, good for her.
Good for her. That's basically why I put it on here, just to say, hey, good for you, Madeline. These movies aren't received well, but at the end of the day, like you could say, whatever. I was in them, so.
I will say that that first Strangers was classic, iconic,
Mhm.
great. I mean, you remember that
Starring
whole.
starring Glenn Howerton from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh
Is
yeah?
in that movie.
I mean, you remember that entire. Now that I think about it, I think I can like describe to like someone like exactly what happened in all of the Strangers, and that's
Hmm.
like a good film, right? That's like a
Yeah,
good film that.
I always think of that one. It's like kind of an iconic shot now when she's like in the kitchen, like looking out the window, and you just see
Mhm.
him just walk in the background, just staring at her,
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm already in the house. Like I can easily
yeah,
get in this house, but I just
yeah.
want to fuck with you. Like it's like,
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, you're kind of making me want to watch these new ones with Madeline Petch now, just to like see if they have any of those elements in there. That film scared you without like going for it. It just like it was the aura of it.
oh, you just have that just one shot like that. It's like, oh, I'm already in the house. Like I can just
Yeah,
stare at you, and then like
yeah.
you don't see me for 5 minutes, and then I just go back outside. Yeah, I'm curious to watch chapter two. I don't know if I'll go back and rewatch chapter one. Sorry, Madeline Fitch. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but I'll watch chapter two. I heard chapter two is a little better than one, so I'll give it a shot. Okay, so that brings us to the news of the week. Not much news this week. Again, short week. For the first piece of news, Noah Centineo is in talks to star in the live-action Gundam movie alongside Sydney Sweeney. How do you feel about this news? Did you know that they were making a live-action Gundam
See, I didn't. I mean, I would prefer if it was like a kaiju movie.
movie?
But I mean, the thing that gives me a lot of apprehension here, damn, Sydney Sweeney, man, I don't know. She's
Yeah,
been tanking films lately, and we both wished
mhm.
her the best and sent her on her way with Christy. But damn, that came back and bit us in the ass.
And she just got, I saw that I guess the award season is starting. And I think there
Mm.
was I don't know if it was like a smaller, definitely an award show that I had never heard of popped up. I was just like, what are these awards now? But she got a nom for Christie, like
She did?
alongside all the other best actresses. And I was like,
Whoa.
huh. So I don't know. maybe I haven't still haven't seen the movie, so she could be good in it. But I think this is like going along to the post Anyone But You, Sydney Sweeney, where a lot of the stuff was just greenlit because she was just in it. Like she's
Mm,
coming from Euphoria. I
yeah.
think this movie's been in development for like almost 2 years now. But
Yeah.
having Noah Centineo basically circling a role in it means they're gearing up for production.
In
So this could be
talks,
the
yeah.
very next thing that she films. So yeah, I mean, Noah Centineo is in the Street Fighter movie coming out. He's kind of breaking away from that Netflix mold he was in for a while, where he seemed like he was in the same Netflix movie like every single year. It was the same like plot. But
Yeah.
good for him. It seems like he's branching out and getting theatrical releases now, and these stars that we've seen for the last 10 years start are getting bigger. But yeah, I haven't don't know really much about Gundam, so City Sweetie. So I
One of
hope it's
our
good.
friends is gonna text us right after they listen to this episode and be like, "You guys don't know anything about Gundams?"
I'll be like, nope. So yeah, Sydney Sweeney again. I guess we'll see what the housemaid does at the end of this year. We'll see the return there.
Sydney Sweeney,
Is
we will
Christy
Sydney
Mikos?
Sweeney. Oh fuck,
Uh,
that was a good one,
that was
man.
good. That was the good. That was a good one. That was the highlight right there. That was good. So some other piece of news: the South Park creators, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they had a new musical comedy that was being produced by Kendrick Lamar, but it had now been delayed indefinitely. They said it is true, we're moving again, working hard at finishing the movie. And when I saw this piece of news, I completely forgot that this movie existed. But yeah, they have been working on a film with Kendrick Lamar, and I don't know, maybe they just can't get the story right. And
I have to disagree. I feel like they probably have too good of a story and they're like afraid of like
do you think
releasing it into
it's
the world.
do you
I
think it's
think
because of the current climate
yeah,
and yeah?
yeah. I think it goes for it. I mean, it's South Park. I mean, come on,
Mm,
and Kendrick Lamar, he's so fucking smart with the pen. I'm sure it's too relevant and too like on the nail. They're probably trying to mix in, you know, like the humor part of it with the reality. Because I feel like now more than anything, I mean, this is so crazy. We're talking about fucking South Park. They go for the jugular, and it trends. They know exactly what they're doing with these shows. I mean, it's been how long has South Park been on? I mean, it's been on for a while, right?
it's 98, I want to say 98,
Yeah.
97.
You know, it's like that thing they're talking about, like what was our generation's like 6, 7 or something, and think about like Beavis and Butthead. But with Kendrick Lamar attached, I think that shit is like done and cooked. I think it's just probably like too on the nose, and they know that they're gonna piss the fuck out of people.
Yeah. And I assume
Yeah.
this would be coming from, like I said, be coming from Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just,
Right in the middle
I
of the
guess
buy.
we'll talk about Paramount in a little bit coming up here. I think that the climate that they're working in, especially what they're doing with South Park right now, I'll say South Park has only ever used actual people's faces to make fun of them.
Mm-hmm.
First one was Saddam Hussein, and now they're using it for Donald Trump and JD Vance. And that should tell you everything about how they feel about these people. And
Exactly.
a movie like this, maybe the head of Paramount was like, no, not right now.
Yeah.
It very well could be that. And we'll talk about Paramount in a little bit up here, but you're probably correct that it's actually a good fucking movie, good script,
Yeah.
but they can't make it right now because it's just, this is the climate that we're in. It's annoying.
Getting
It's annoying.
getting pretty close to, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of fucking scary to me, but we're getting close to like censoring art
You are.
that's
It's
too
veering
realistic.
down that path. Yeah, veering down that path. And if you have that, then what's the point of making art if they're just going to censor it?
This is why our listeners come back every week because say something really, really fucking funny, and then we are like, actually, here's the hard truth. A
Get
little bit of this, a little
serious.
bit of that.
And in some sad piece of news this week, Udo Kier sadly passed away at the age of 81. I know he has actually a movie that is coming out this year that he's in, The Secret Agent, which I heard is very good and could potentially be a Best Picture nod. I know he's in that. But I just wanted to acknowledge him. He was a great actor, openly gay. One of the actors in that. I think he started in the 70s with like cult films. But he was always maintained the
Run through some of his filmography for our listeners.
he was in stuff like Flesh for Frankenstein, Blood for Dracula. I think those are the ones that kind of like they were like culty, but he was in the original Suspiria.
Yeah.
He's in Lola. My Own Private Idaho. He's in Europa. He's funny enough in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, which is probably the first time I saw him.
I was gonna just say, while we're talking about him, he does. I think we talked about it on one of the previous episodes. Whenever like an actor just has like a face and like you can like really,
Hmm.
all you have to do is like say their name and you remember them. Like for example, like
Hmm.
Eartha Kitt or Humphrey Bogart. He's one of those guys. Like first of all, you see the headline that he's passed away. You go look at it. Oh, that guy, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Very sad. Thoughts and prayers to his family, of course, and everything. And
Hmm.
our actors are getting older, man.
And yeah. So yeah, we just wanted to acknowledge and rest in peace to a great actor. So that brings us to another piece of news. David Oyelowo will direct and star in a film adaptation of Shakespeare's Othello, co-starring Rachel Brosnahan and Cynthia Erivo. So kind of
Oh
tying back to
shit.
that, Hamnet, I feel like whenever we do these episodes, they're all very well contained, and I don't realize how we're talking about the same stuff throughout the entire thing.
We have our finger on the pulse of the
Hmm.
industry. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, man, we are in the know. And I hopefully whoever's listening to this and hangs out with us. By the way, thank you if you are hanging out with us. I feel like this is a great way to stay in the know and to
Hmm.
keep on top of like what is going on. I mean, I didn't know what Cynthia Erivo's next project was. Coming out of Wicked for Good, I was like, I mean, man, I hope it's
Hmm.
something because I want her to keep working and keep doing great stuff. But yeah, this sounds like a good choice. Another Shakespeare. I wonder if we're
Yeah.
this year was Stephen King, the year of Stephen King. A lot of adaptations. I wonder if next year and I mean even in 2027 we get a lot of Shakespeare pieces.
Shakespeare making that comeback. And David Oyelowo, always thought a fantastic actor. Rachel Brosnahan, just in Superman, and Mrs. Maisel, and Cynthia Erivo, obviously post Wicked. Like this is gonna probably be her next project. And I mean, yeah, Shakespeare's adaptations have always been around. I think they always will be around.
Hmm.
Even this Othello comes out next year or a year after. In 15 years, there'll be another Othello movie coming from someone else. It's just these are timeless stories that people always go and watch. So, I mean, we have one coming in that just came out. So,
I
it's with
I will
Hamnet.
say that I do predict that Arrivo is gonna be gunning for the EGOT status for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, does she has a Tony, right? I think she's a
Hmm.
Tony.
Hmm.
I mean, she probably has an Emmy too. So she's coming for it.
Yeah,
I think she'll get it one day. She'll get it one day. She's been nominated for two Oscars, I think now, potentially three coming up this season. So
we'll see,
yeah.
guys.
So that brings us to another kind of weirdly shocking piece of news this week. It is that James Cameron has co-directed a Billie Eilish concert movie, I assume with Billie Eilish, that is released in March of next year, and it will be presented in 3D. Now, Tony, do you think that he saw the cover art for her album and she was underwater and James Cameron said, "Yes, water, I need to be there."
I for some reason, whenever I first saw that you put this on the board, I was like, wait, did Billie Eilish perform a concert on Pandora?
Dude, that's actually what Fire and Ashes is. It's just an hour long concert in the middle of it. That's why it's 3 hours and 15.
So following Cameron for the amount of time that I've followed him as, growing up, we are both like around Pat and I are both around the same age. I do know that he likes to direct these documentaries that kind of encapsulate a moment in time. And from what I hear, she does a really, really good concert experience. There's a lot of, small little anecdote moments inside concerts that would be cool to experience. I know, I mean, the last concert that I went to go see in a movie was like Taylor Swift, but I've seen a few.
Mhm.
I think I saw the Glee concert in theaters. But no, I mean it's cool. It's an interesting pairing for sure. I'm sure it's gonna go somewhere. I mean, I'm sure it'll be I'm interested.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Billie Eilish has two Academy Awards, and it seems like she wants to work with someone that is a huge, huge director in the history of Hollywood. And
Yeah.
they secretly were working on a concert movie, and Billie Eilish is a big star. I think it's going to
I
do really well.
I didn't know about the 3D element. I thought it was IMAX.
Maybe it's 3D IMAX.
IMAX 3D.
Billie
I
Eilish
mean,
concert.
whenever you're talking about like, how there's format and definition snobs whenever it comes to going to the theater. And I say that in
Hmm.
the most like respectful way. Like I myself am a definition and format snob as well.
Hmm.
Like I want to go to the best. Well, I mean, you want the best
Yeah,
experience. You
we
want the
want to see
bang
the
for your
best. Yeah.
buck.
Hmm.
And Cameron and Billie Eilish, like, I feel like that sounds like a great way to spend a fucking evening at the theater.
Oh yeah, and I feel like
You
a
know?
lot of Cameron heads are gonna be, even if they don't listen to Billie Eilish, they're gonna want to go watch that just because James Cameron co-directed it. So
Yeah, they're gonna be like, wait, why did he do this? And then they're gonna be really surprised whenever they see like I just imagine all the camera work
hmm
in like a Billie Eilish concert. I bet it's gonna be really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I feel like Cameron uses like this type of movie that's a concert movie to just test different technology. That's probably what he's doing,
Yeah,
honestly.
honestly, maybe a concert is a really big part of Avatar Part 4.
Yeah. Yeah, but what if
Or
it's just
or or now I'm getting goosebumps because now I'm thinking about like what could he be working on next. We talked about it in the Avatar commentary podcast episode, but what if he has a biopic that
maybe? We
yeah,
don't know about. We don't know about.
yeah,
Maybe. He's
no,
testing to see how he
oh,
is. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm sure we'll both see this. It's James Cameron, so and I'm sure a lot of people will. I feel like concert movies weirdly do really well in theaters too.
they do,
So
they do.
and Billie Eilish is obviously like huge star, so yeah, it's gonna be a interesting watch, co-directed by James Cameron.
Yeah.
So that brings us to another piece of news. Scarlett Johansson is set to star in the next installment of Exorcist from Mike Flanagan. What did you think of this news when you first saw
I think she listened to our Avatar episode.
it?
Whenever this
She called
came
her agent
out,
immediately. She called her agent immediately after.
she was like, do it now." Yeah, I mean, ScarJo and another iconic franchise. Golly, I mean, she's making the moves, man. I don't know if this is a sequel or an original
um,
story. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I mean, with Mike Flanagan, I mean, it's gonna be really great. I mean, my only plea and the only thing that I put in my notes for another Exorcist film is I want it all to be practical. I think
hmm
that makes it so much more better.
hmm
But I mean, and I understand the use of like CG for, like I know that blood is a lot to clean up or like,
Yeah.
it takes a whole team to make a practical effect pop off well.
hmm
But seeing Scarlett Johansson in an Exorcist movie where there potentially could be like some really crazy practical scenes, sign me up, man.
Yeah.
Sign me
I mean,
up. She's great.
I feel like Flanagan is going to probably go practical route. I mean, he also just directed a remake of
The
Carrie, and it's like a
yeah,
TV series. So
yeah.
it seems he's going down that route, I guess, of remaking the stuff that influenced him growing up. So
Which is cool. I mean,
yeah.
if I was him, I'd be doing the same fucking thing.
And I know the last Exorcist movie that David Gordon Green made was not well received. So studio knows that there is a franchise here, and they're trying
Hmm.
to reboot it in a way. And
Yeah.
it does say next installment, so I don't know if it's a continuation or they're gonna
Hmm.
try to reboot the whole thing. I don't know.
I
I'm sure
mean, people
Freakin'
can
is
say everything
pissed
that
off in his grave.
yeah, probably. He turned his head all the way around. I mean, there is a lot of discourse about The Exorcist. What is it, Believer? But I mean, it did
hmm
well enough to compel the team at Universal. I believe it's like a attraction in Vegas, the Universal Horror Warehouse or something like that.
hmm
And the maze has changed, but they started out with Exorcist Believer, like that IP and
Wow.
that. Yeah, I think they started out with Exorcist Believer, Texas Chainsaw, and then like two original like houses or something like that. But I mean, there's interest there.
Yeah.
Exorcist is a very important franchise for a lot of people, and I'm sure Mike Flanagan with ScarJo is going to be, he's going to push it forward instead of
hmm
holding it and making it stagnant.
And she's a big star, so I think people are probably surprised by that news to see that, oh, she's signed on to a
Yeah.
horror film because she seems to
I
Scarlett
don't think
Johansson.
she's done any horror, no?
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like just a lot of her work now is just huge budget, just
I
kind of
feel like this should be more of
superhero.
like a big fucking deal. Like Scarlett Johansson's gonna be in a
Yeah.
horror movie, guys. Like what?
Yeah, and I feel like the news like came out at like night too, was when it was like announced. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
weird announcement. Like it was just kind of just like, put it out, I guess. So yeah,
I mean,
curious to see her
whenever
going back to a smaller production as opposed to
yeah,
Jurassic World Rebirth.
whenever it comes to like stuff like that marketing is gonna work for itself. I mean, Exorcist is
hmm
scary. I mean, they could like drop a few stories in there, like,
Yeah.
oh, Spielberg watched this and he got scared or something like that.
Now I'm imagining Spielberg scared in a movie theater. Like he's like,
He got scared watching Paranormal Activity at home. He
I
experienced
would too.
paranormal shit. That's a story. I don't know if that's accurate. If I ever meet Steven Spielberg, I'll ask him
We'll have
and
to
be
ask him.
like, yeah.
So that brings us to another piece of news. There is a live action Far Cry series that is moving forward at FX, coming from Noah Hawley and Rob Mack. It'll be an anthology format with different casts and setting in each season. I never played the Far Cry series. I may work at this company and knew this information from a little bit ago. But yeah, I think I was more interested to FX now is kind of like using Noah Hawley a lot, Alien and Fargo, and now giving him that Far Cry series. I never played the video games. These are big video games. Our friend Drake was talking to me about them. He's like, I never played them, but he seemed really excited. So another video game series being tackled.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. That I feel like the Renaissance era of, oh, we're gonna sprinkle in video games here and there and see how they do. Well,
Hmm.
like, no, we're already here. I mean, that's a series, man. I would not be shocked if we didn't see, other studios trying to, attempt to do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Basically
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
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 So
Yep.
yeah, maybe I'll try to play a game before and see what the vibe is, but I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll
Do you know
see.
much about the game?
Not really.
No,
So,
me either. That's why I'm kind of like, ah.
so I guess people are always hesitant when their video game adaptations are announced, and 90% of the time they're not well received at all when they're officially put out. And
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. Noah Hawley's got some good track, so we'll see what happens.
we'll be watching.
So that brings us to another piece of news that plans are underway on future movies in the Wicked universe. I assume this is because of the success of the box office that is happening, that people want to watch movies in this universe. I think me and you were talking about earlier this week. We're curious to see if there is a massive drop off this weekend with Zootopia 2 coming
Yeah,
out. So, but yeah, I mean, again, not shocking. They officially confirmed it. It's going to be their new IP at
you
Universal.
called it.
I mean, again, it's kind of like if you have an IP base there, and that's what Hollywood is now, it's kind of like let's lean into it. But now we could be getting spin-offs of what's the Tin Man up to after So you're just like, okay, and then we're gonna have prequels and sequels, and but yeah, it's not shocking, and I'm sure they're gonna try to bring back Ariana Grande in a way and future movies because obviously she's a huge part of these, and they are leaving it up to audiences, and audiences are responding. So
Yeah,
we'll
I mean,
see.
it's just like that thing I said last week about, they're wanting to take care of these people that really showed up and showed out for the film, and they see potential there. So, at the end of the day, it's business, and
Yep.
you
This
will
IP
see.
sells.
Yeah, it does not matter if you do not like it. That's like a hard truth for a lot of our generation right now. So, even though if you don't like something, they will still do it. And guess what? It just may not be for you. It may be for somebody else. Not everything has to be for
Mhm.
you. I'm being a
Yeah.
Grinch today.
We're on the same page. Like I feel exactly the same. And again, you don't have to watch these, but the people that love these Wicked movies will, and they'll continue to until they don't, and then the studio will stop making them. That's just how it works. Like, that's just how business works. So that brings us to another piece of news. Eva Green has been cast as Aunt Ophelia in Wednesday season 3, alongside Jenna Ortega. Thoughts?
Wow. Thoughts? I have hope for season three. I hope that they listen to what some of the gripes were with the fans. I want Jenna to be happy with working whoever
Mm-hmm.
she's working with. I'm sure it's just like we talked about earlier with other talent. I'm sure she's had to turn down some things or not be
Oh,
able to focus on
probably.
specific films that, may have attracted her and been like, oh, I wish I could have done that. But I feel like adding some good talent in there is gonna be exciting. I'm excited for Jenna to be working in a good season three. It seems like she'll be in good company.
Yeah, I still haven't seen season 2, but Eva Green, I think she has worked with Burton before. I think it was for Dark Shadows, I think. And
Uh,
Peregrine, did he do Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children? Yeah, directed by Tim Burton, starring Ella Purnell. But yeah,
this
so
guy's trying to get me to watch Fallout, guys.
I'm trying to get him to watch Fallout every day.
I will. It's on my list. Stop yelling at me.
But yeah, I mean, it's curious. I haven't seen season 2, but what you were saying, I guess a lot of, and I guess you were telling me the same gripes of that there were some problems, and I think it's been alluded to that there were some behind the scenes production problems with the way the story was going, and some of the
Yeah,
people didn't really like it. And I don't know, season 3, I know this is a big show for Netflix. I think they did kind of have a drop off between season 2 of how he
a
was
little bit.
watching. Season 3 could be the last one. Maybe Jenna Ortega is like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like maybe I sign
Season
on for 3
one.
seasons and that's it.
Season one trended over season two, like
Yeah.
during Halloween. I mean, it's there. I mean, you have people watching it, and unfortunately, they're watching season one more than season two.
Hmm.
But say they do a really good marketing plan and really focus in on that story. Give Jenna fans what they want. We just want to see our girl happy. I mean, just like every
Hmm.
fandom, they just want to see them doing good shit. And I feel
Hmm.
like this is a good step in the right direction for that.
So we'll see. I'll try to watch season 2 soon, hopefully. Maybe I'll watch season 2. Here, compromise. I'll watch season 2 and you watch Fallout. You're like,
I guess we'll Sydney Sini.
we gotta make merch now with that. Sydney Steam. So that brings us to our next piece of news that Finn Wolfhard and Gabriel LaBelle will star in a new comedy movie, Crashland. It follows a group of small town amateur stuntmen who antagonize their community and film crude jackass style stunts. We have Stranger Things tie here, Finn Wolfhard, and I
Yep.
know you're a big Gabriel LaBelle fan, so I kind of put this on here. I wanted to
I
hear your thoughts on a kind of like, I guess, a more not a documentary jackass is what they're making, essentially. It's
yeah.
actually a story.
Yeah, I mean, it has that like whenever you were talking about it, it has like kind of buddy cop thing kind of
Hmm.
going for it, but it's not. It's just literally like two stuntmen. It sounds interesting. I'm excited for it. I mean, you got two good guys like doing jackass style stunts. That sounds really funny. I mean, that's all you need. I wonder if it goes
Hmm.
deeper and like they're like, oh, we're always just going to be amateur stuntmen if we don't like lock in or something like that. And that's
Yeah.
probably where like the good story part of it comes in. Gabriel LaBelle, I feel like both of these guys could go there, if you know what I'm talking about. Like could go
Hmm.
deep with it if they want, but like of course provide some really good comedy. See, now I'm interested. This is
Hmm.
interesting me. I'm interested.
When I saw this piece of news, I kind of was like, I feel like they both are big Jackass fans, and that's why they want to
Mm,
do this movie. Like,
yeah.
I could see Finn Wolfhard and Gabriel LaBelle, like, especially when this movie comes out and they probably end up start doing press for it, just talk about how much they love the Jackass movies. And I mean, Quentin Tarantino just put the Jackass movie as one of the top 25 of the century so far. So
I saw that.
I think there is a market there. Jackass Forever did pretty well during COVID too. Like I saw that
Hmm.
in theaters and it was sold out. We did the Jackass movies on here, me and Van, and it was great. It was kind of
Nice.
hard to like do a commentary for it because you kind of have to like see what you're watching. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of because it's just literally like 2 second skits half the time. But yeah, I mean, I like both those actors, and again, I think the Stranger Things cast. I'm curious to see what they do after Stranger Things. Finn Wolfhard continues to get work, so we'll see. Gabriel LaBelle was great as little Stevie Spielberg, so
Little Stevie Spielberg.
Jackass. Crashland. Sorry, not Jackass. It's called Crashland. This is Jackass 5. Jackass
Guys, we
5
have so
colon
many
Crashland.
bloopers in this. Good God. Yeah, I
Jackass
can't wait
5
to see them
colon
in
Crashland.
Jackass.
So that brings us to another piece of news where we go back to talking about Paramount, and is that Rush Hour 4 has officially been greenlit at Paramount. Now, I have some things to say. It seems that the reason this film was greenlit was because of a certain someone that is sitting in an Oval Office who wanted it to be greenlit, and he's buddy buddy with the owner of Paramount now. And all he had to do was say, "Hey, I want another Rush Hour movie." And what happens the next week? A Rush Hour movie is in development.
Yes, King, anything for you.
Why do we have presidents deciding what movies are being made?
Why do we have studios producing our president's birthday on the White House lawn, making the White House lawn, a UFC fighting match ring? We're here, guys. This is where we're
We're
at.
here, and what do? They hire a director called Brett Ratner. Obviously, he made the first three, but has some sexual assault allegations against him. And I wanted to bring this up that why are we doing this?
Whenever both of us aren't happy about something, we make it known. And I'm sure there'll be a day where I'm excited about news and Pat isn't, or Pat's excited about something and I'm not. But all of this was just like, it left like a really bad taste in my mouth
Yeah,
whenever I
really
saw
sour
it.
taste.
I mean, this is going to be a fucking indie film before anything because somebody is going to have to donate money to Chris Tucker
Yeah.
and Jackie Chan's their salary for it, but it's going to get made regardless. Either way, it'll come out and it'll do whatever it's going to do, but it's just like it's fucking dumb.
It's fucking dumb. I agree. And I think we're going to leave it at that. It's fucking
Yeah.
dumb.
So that way neither of us have headaches for the rest of our day.
So that brings us to another piece of news that Thomas Newman will compose the score for Star Wars Starfighter. Tony,
Hell yeah.
thoughts?
Hell yeah. You know I love score.
I know
scores
Thomas Newman's one of
sometimes.
my famous composers. I think he's really underrated, and he's one of my favorites for the Road to Perdition score.
I think
I think
that's
it's
going to be
fantastic.
a different flavor for a Star Wars film. We're used to seeing John
Hmm.
Williams, you know. The film will it already does have a different color on it, just from
Hmm.
announcing the composer.
Yeah, because like the Giacchino did a lot too, and Giacchino kind of like he modeled his career after John Williams, so it's kind of like
Hmm.
a lot of the same sounds.
Yeah.
And Thomas Newman's a lot more like piano based if you listen to a lot
Hmm.
of his scores. So yeah, I'm curious to see what he comes up with.
Yeah.
It's an interesting choice and curious to see. So that brings us to the final piece of news of the week. That is Skylar Gisondo and Marcelo Hernandez having cast as Shrek and Fiona's sons, Fergus and Farkle in Shrek 5. Now, from what I
I didn't
remember from
realize that
that,
was her name.
Fergus and Farkle, was there a teaser trailer that came out like almost a year ago now with
Yeah.
Zendaya in it? And I don't remember sons being in the trailer. Are they adding these characters? Like,
I think so. I think in the most recent like teaser for it, they're in that one.
they're in that one now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think there was also a new float at the Macy's Thanksgiving parade where they're on it. I'm pretty sure. But
Fergus
I
and
mean,
Farkle were on the float.
Fergus and Farkle, Fergus and Farkle were on the float. Say that five
Yeah,
times.
I was just like, it kind of like threw me off. And I think that's
Mm,
why it got delayed again by like a whole year, I think, because they're adding these characters and obviously you got to animate them in. But I don't know, it's curious to see when studios see reaction from when they drop stuff to
mm,
then be like, let's pivot all of this. Like Sonic, perfect example. When they dropped that first trailer for Sonic
mm.
and people were like, what is going on here? They went back and redid the entire thing to make Sonic look different. And like,
Yeah,
that's crazy. And
yeah.
Shrek 5, I mean, how much, I'm gonna look to see how much money did Shrek 4 make?
While you were doing that, I will talk about. I mean, Skylar Gisondo and Marcelo Hernandez. They're both pretty trendy right now. Gisondo's doing stuff in the DCU, and
Yeah,
Marcelo Hernandez is hilarious in anything you
SNL.
see him
Yeah.
in, and SNL skits and everything.
His Domingo skit now. Crazy. Why don't you take a guess how much Shrek, the final chapter, which was 4, obviously it's not because they have Shrek 5 coming, made at the
Yeah,
box office?
I'm not gonna embarrass myself. You just tell me.
$756 million. dollars.
Holy shit!
This came out in 2010. So there hasn't been a Shrek
Damn,
movie
damn.
in, I think, guess what, this would come out at the end of 2026?
Gonna have that
That's
Zootopia
16
dreaming, man.
years.
Yeah,
Shrek is a huge character. That first Shrek and I think Shrek 2 is an absolute masterpiece and better
Shrek
than
2 is the
Shrek.
best one. Shrek
Absolute
2 is
masterpiece.
the best fucking one.
That this movie could very well make that 800, $900 million again. We're
So
gonna
we're
see
like
it
building up
probably.
the movie as we're talking about it, right? So we got Shrek, use the same writers from like the second one. You know, good casting, you know, Zendaya's in this.
Zendaya, everyone, all the original voices coming back.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you got a box office hit right there. Come
yeah,
on.
it's gonna be big. But we've been talking about Skylar Gisondo a lot. Seems like lately.
I guess
Again,
we'll
we
Sydney
always
Sweeney.
come Sydney City, Skylar Gisondo. That was hard.
I guess we'll
That was hard to say. So to close out this episode, we figured we would tell each other and those listening what our current top 4 of the year are. Tony, hit us with your number 4.
Before I do, we're near the end of the year. I was like, I want to know what my best friend's thinking about the movies we all get to watch and talk about together and be on here with.
Hmm.
And I thought it would be funny if we went back and forth with our list. Are you asking for my number four?
Number 4, yeah.
My number four is Ava Victor's Sorry Baby. You?
Fantastic film. I have that as my number 5 right now.
Whoa. What's
But
your number four?
I feel like depending on a rewatch, that might jump up. Number 4 is going to be very controversial for the people probably listening to this. I have number 4 as Eddington, and that
Oh
is my.
no, that is so you coded. I love that. I love that. You love Eddington.
I think I was telling you about like
I have
20 minutes
Eddington at
into
seven.
Eddington, I was like, I can't tell if this is like not good or I'm like absolutely loving this.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember that. I remember
I
you
was
telling me
like,
that. And then when I watched it,
and
I told you I was like, "Oh no, yeah, like I fucking love
yeah.
this."
And
Yeah.
I think when I saw the early reactions, I think it was at Cannes. Like I always tell you, and I like movies like that where it's so divisive. I'm more interested in seeing that than a movie that's like everyone loved this greatest movie of all time. Like, okay, everyone says it's the greatest movie of all time. This person gave this movie 1 star. This movie gave this person 5 stars. I want to watch
Yeah.
that movie. Like, anything's great.
Sometimes what I've come to learn is sometimes whenever people are a little upset about a film is because it's too real. Too much of
Too
a
on the nose.
Yeah. I'm never gonna knock anybody for not liking something or be like, oh well I like that or anything, but Eddington, I like that that's in your top four.
I like that Sorry Baby is. Sorry Baby's great. I need to rewatch it. I think I don't know when the Blu-ray's coming out, but I'm definitely going to be picking that up. And maybe, who knows? I could jump up.
Hit me with that number three.
At number three, I have Weapons.
Ooh, interesting.
I really
Oh
like
yeah?
Weapons a lot. But again, like sometimes I have these on here and then I'll rewatch stuff and I shuffle them around and be like, I actually liked Sorry Baby more than Weapons and I'll
Yeah.
move it up. But yeah, I thought Weapons was fantastic. It
I
was
love how
great.
the whenever someone's asking like, "Hey, have you seen Weapons yet?" and then you're like, "Yeah," and you're like, "What did you think about the ending?" Like that's like the question that they ask. That's the only question that they ask. They don't ask
Yeah.
anything else about like how it was like told, like how it reminded you of like Magnolia or something like that, or like
hmm
even like the actors in it. The go-to question is like, "What did you think about the
The
ending?"
ending. And then you'll
Like,
tell them and they'll be like, oh, I don't, that was dumb. They'll say it was a
yeah.
dumb ending and like walk away.
I like Weapons. I don't give a shit who doesn't like it.
What was your number three or
My
current
number
number three?
three, my current number three is it just popped on my chart. It's gonna be James Sweeney's Twinless. It might
Twinless,
move
great
up.
film.
It might move up. It was
hmm
that it really worked on me. Yeah, whew, for a story that I needed this movie this year. I needed to
hmm
see a story about someone not being exactly who they said they were and like how that
hmm
can kind of how one lie can turn into a million lies. Such
hmm
a cautionary tale that's being told in the middle of a bromance and I liked it a lot.
hmm Yeah, I have it in my current, I think it's number 12 of the year.
Oh,
But
nice.
again, depending on a rewatch, could bump it up. I really liked it a
And
lot. I thought it was a
guys,
great
see how
movie.
we are still friends even though we have the film at a different place in our list?
Tony's like, actually, let me exit the Zoom real quick. So, Tony, hit me with your number two of the year currently.
If I was campaigning for Oscars, I would be on this team. Ryan Coogler's Sinners is my number two, and it's gonna fucking stay at number two.
That's my number two as well.
Hey, let's go! Put in the air horse
And
down.
it has only moved 1 spot since April when it came out. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
same thing.
Rewatching it, I'm like, yep, this is an all-timer. I think now I'm going to be eating my words from that Sinners podcast, but I think this is going to play very well at the Oscars. I think it's
I
going to get a
think
lot of
so as
Oscar
well.
nominations, and rightfully so. It's
hmm
fantastic.
I was gonna say, as a classic cinema guy, you know how we always talk about the years that in film that you love, and with those years where I think with 2025. I feel like Sinners just like completely like it's just
hmm
like in every single corner and crevice and crack of 2025. There's no way of escaping it. Whenever a
hmm
film is definitive by like the year, you know that the next award season is going to be incredible.
Yeah, it has that impact, and it's
It's
showing
making me
that
excited.
this is like a an impactful film. It's going to be a film that will be in history. Is probably going to be an iconic film. Like you've seen
hmm
Sinners, it's fucking great, and I kind of want to watch it again. So that brings us to number one, and I think we both might have the same number one. What is your number one there, Tony? Currently of the year,
Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another.
and that is exactly what I have. Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another is a masterpiece. I think finally the Academy is going to award him for all of his work. I think he's been nominated for like 8 Oscars so far, 9 Oscars. Yet to win. His first nomination came with Boogie Nights, I believe.
hmm
Yeah, I think this is gonna be I think this is gonna be his year. I think they're finally gonna give it to him, and rightfully so. It's not like they're giving him the award for like speaking of Leonardo DiCaprio, like him winning for like The Revenant. It's kind of more of a career achievement. It really isn't for The Revenant. It's for
Yeah.
all of the other work before that you made, and you're getting your award now. To me, it's a top five Paul Thomas Anderson movie for it to win Best Picture, Director, potentially Actor. I just want to see Paul Thomas Anderson get his flowers.
This film cannot be digested in like a span of like a 30-second segment of two guys talking about
Mhm.
it being in their number one. If you haven't seen this one yet, you definitely need to check it out. There's so much to talk about with it, and I can't even talk about what I want to talk about it because I'm so excited about it. That's how you know you got a good film. Our both of our top fours are cool. I like it. I'm glad I asked you this
Yeah,
question.
I know. I had a feeling we had the same top two, but I like seeing Sorry Baby in there and Twinless. Like, those are great fucking films, and those are
Oh,
the
well,
types of movies people
thanks.
people should be watching.
Yeah.
Those are the movies that, to me, leave more of an impact on you as a person. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And with that, that brings us to the end of our weekly news recap. I want to thank you all for joining. I hope you liked us creating new slogans like we do every episode.
Yeah, I mean, just thank you so much for listening to us, talk about all the things that we love talking about together. Found myself really thankful this Thanksgiving for the space that we have together. This is in a way our film community, and
Hmm.
I hope it continues to expand if someone's listening to this and wants to let either Pat and I know that they are here and are listening to us. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you
Yeah,
enjoy
we'd love
this.
to hear.
Eventually want to do more with the show.
Hmm.
Feedback is appreciated.
I'm very thankful that we get to do this together. It's been something I look forward to every week now, and it's amazing. I love this little 2 hour talks that we have, and
We got a good thing going here.
it's great. I love it, and thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
This podcast is hosted and edited by Pat Brennan. That's me, with intro and closing music by Patrick Baxter.